So just to give you an idea of what we're doing today, I sorted out a bunch of used slopes that I've had over the last few months. Finally got to it. So I sorted it all by item type, and then what I'll do is I will go through a brick stock and then try to just do one pile at a time, sort it by color, and then add it into our Bricklink store. But it's very time consuming to do used, but it's generally worth it. So this lot or slopes that we have, I'm thinking just by looking at it, it's probably about 1,000 pieces. I'm not sure what the value is going to be. Generally, these slopes are pretty cheap, a couple pennies here and there, but we'll see what it comes up to. So that's what we're going to do today, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so the table's pretty much cleared off from when I showed you this morning, except for that. A big pile of little cheese slopes, they call them. I usually do the hard stuff first, but I didn't have enough room to sort them, so this is going to take a little bit of time. Right now, I don't know if you can make out the screen, but we have approximately 250 lots entered with over 1,100 parts. I don't have a value on them yet. I will set them to the 6-month average, and then we'll see how that is, how it ends. But I would say it took me about 3 hours to get the table cleaned off. I'm not sure how long that's going to take, but again, that's a lot. All right, so we just finished. If you remember, there was 1,100 parts, and now it's at 1,888. So those little cheese slopes, probably about 700, 788, I think, if my math is quick, right? So what we'll do is, this is brick stock with outstanding tool if you're using used. So we started this morning. I did a lot of different things today, so I didn't do it all day long, but these are all the parts that we put in. There was a lot of work. This was definitely one of the biggest used things that I've done. So what we do is we're going to set it to the 6-month average. So we click on it once, scroll all the way down to the end, hit the shift button, and that should give me all of it. Maybe not. So shift, scroll up, shift. It's not working, so we're going to drag it. Those are all the parts that we added. Again, it's 1,888 pieces total. When I first started doing used, I didn't have brick stock, and it was impossible. I just actually stopped doing it. I was only focused on the used parts, which is a lot easier. But you know, there is value to used. It's a different customer base. You know, integrating both new and used. Mostly all of our orders now have a mixture of both used and new. So you go to the price feature. We're going to go to set the price guide. Last 6-month average. We're going to hit OK. And I usually take 5% off the price. So we're going to decrease it by 5%. We're going to hit OK. Then we're going to come up to this icon over here. Click that button. We're going to upload it to Bricklink. It should open up a window shortly. There it is. We're going to consolidate and conticate. I'm not sure how you say that word, to be honest with you. We're going to paste it there. And we can do another video later about how to use brick stock, but I just wanted to show you the work that we did today. Now it's uploading, and we'll see what happens. So right now this is in Bricklink. So those are all the parts being added to the store. You can see some of the things I do already have, some parts I do have. But we'll scroll all the way down to the end. That's the number we want to see. All the way down. So we're adding 283 unique lots. 1,883 parts for $97. Hit the upload button, and there it goes. And we'll go to my store real quick to see where we're at. So this is my store. Need a brick or two. We've been selling for about 6 years, roughly. These are all of our parts, and we have a fairly big store. We're at 660,000 pieces. For 9,700 lots, most lots that we've ever had. Parts-wise, I've had up to about 720,000, if I remember correctly, but parts sell pretty quick. But yeah, so that's what we did today. Again, those were the used slopes that were on the table. 1,800 pieces for about $100. Thanks for watching. Good morning, guys. It's pretty early this morning. The dogs are still sleeping. My son's still sleeping, and my girls are away at a dance competition this weekend. So I figured I'd get up a little early today and kind of sort through these minifigure utensils we got at the end of a big bucket of used Lego. So it's quite a bit here. See if I can get a shot a little bit bigger for you. Yeah, it's going to take me a little while, but again, it's early and it's kind of quiet, and I kind of like these kind of mornings, nice and quiet. So we're going to go through them. I'll probably pull up my Bricklink inventory and kind of go through the list and pull what I see as I go through the list and add it into Brickstock. But yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today. Okay, guys, just pretty much wrapped up all those minifigure utensils. Took quite a while, I'd say, probably about 3.5 hours. So doing used is quite time consuming, but you know, when you add new parts, when you add new lots to the store, I should say, it attracts new buyers. So here we are back on Brickstock right now. We did 232 lots, 687 items. I have not attached a price to it, which I'm going to do now. So last time I tried to shift magic trick, but didn't work. So my theory with used is there's not a lot of value to it. I mean, you make a lot of money off of it, but the time-consuming piece of it. But when you have the store the size of ours, you know, sometimes, you know, if they're looking for different pieces, they'll grab those parts, but then they'll look for other things while they're there to take advantage of the shipping costs that we have. That's kind of how I look at it. Just like a grocery store, you're going for eggs or milk, the basic essentials. You might pick up, you know, you might go down another aisle and pick up some more stuff. So that's how I kind of run the store. That's my thought process anyway. So we're going to, let's see here, price, 6-month average. And then we're going to take 5% off of that. That's what we typically do, just to get a little bit of a lower price. And then we're going to come over here, the top icon there, and we're going to upload it to Bricklink. That window should appear momentarily. Hopefully it'll work. I can't even imagine, you know, about 3.5 hours of work going down the drain would be terrifying. So we'll paste it. Uh-oh, something happened with my mark. I'm going to put it on hold. Okay, back in business. I'm not sure what happened there with the mouse, but so there's all the parts we added today. You know, like I said, it's all minifigure utensil stuff, some weapons, but overall, a lot of stuff we don't have in the used section. I have quite a bit of this in new, but again, it's just a different option for buyers. It's just another way to attract people to the store. That's why we do it. I've been on Bricklink for about 6 years, I think, selling, and I've only really gotten into used probably the last year or so. I primarily did new. Right now, we have roughly 640,000 parts, and I'll show you what we have for used shortly. Let's find out what this total is down here, though. Okay, so $71. So for 3 hours, or I'll call it 4 hours, you know, it's a lot of work. But again, it's not the goal. Once it's in the store, it's in, and then we don't have to really worry about it. So let's upload that. Okay, we're going to go to our store inventory. We have 6 orders to look at. Then we're going to go by condition. I'm going to click on used. Oh, there it is, right? Used. So that's the used. We have 3,400 lots. $2,400. So you can see the new is at $92,000. So quite a difference after the sale, because I do put stuff on sale. So that's pretty much where we're at store wide. We'll go to our actual store, and see how many lots we have. Scroll bottom here. Oops, hard to do it when I'm looking at the. Oh, I'm sorry, right down on the bottom. So that's a high lot for us, 9,822. So not bad, not bad. We'll take it. Hey guys, it's Eric again, and just got a really good find at Walmart. Set number 11011. I think we paid $35 a piece for them. It's got 1,500 parts. My mom is actually going to part these out for me. There's 10 of them. She gets very excited when we get Lego sets like this. So the part out value is about 120 on Bricklink, so pretty good deal. So if you're in the area, or in a Walmart area, take a look at this set number, 11011. Hey guys, today I'm just going to enter some used parts that I've had hanging around. This bin looks to be a lot of cones, bricks, and other things. So first what I do is I pretty much just empty it on the table, and then I'll sort through it, and then we'll use Brickstock to upload it. In a few days I'm going to show you a huge lot that I got on Bricklink. I actually bought out somebody's used parts store. For a great deal, and it's gonna be a lot of work, but it's pretty impressive to see the size of the box. But we'll show that later. Right now I'm just gonna get this all parted out into different item types and see what it looks like. All right, so it didn't take too long to separate it. A lot of bars over here and some antennas, some pretty good antennas. Trans neon green, there's a trans red, which I'm not sure if that's I haven't seen that too much. And that white bar right there with the clips. But just a lot of brick rounds, another pile of cones. So what I'm going to do is, and just not a lot of bricks, but just what I pulled out of the used lot that we got. I did wash these all up, and as I put them in the system, I will, if I see anything bad, I'll just throw them away. But so what I do is head over to our Bricklink page. Those are our orders for the day. Pretty much all done for that. So what I do, I'm sure there's different ways of doing this. I go to our inventory, and let's say I'll start with the bricks. Click on brick, and this should pull up. So right now it has got used and new. If you can see that, there's the black and the two, the 1x1 blacks. One is used, one is new. So up here, if I go to condition, color, name, that's how it's going to be put in order. So hit return. So now all the bricks that come up first are all the new. So what I like to do is I just scoot ahead to page 4. Okay, now we're in the used. That brick right there. So we're going to change it to item condition, item name, and color. That works out best, and I'll show you why in a second. Alright, so again, I'm going to jump to page 4, see where we're at. Okay, we're in the used, so I'm going to go to page 3. Alright, so we're in the new, so I'm going to just scroll all the way down to the end of the page. A lot of bricks. Let's see here. Okay, so there's the used starting there. So those are the used. So it says that my 1x1 black is in bin 6. So what I do is I'll grab bin 6. If I have black 1x1s in that pile on the table, I'll just put them away right away. So then what we do is we open Brickstock. Again, there's probably different ways of doing this, but this is what I've learned and what I've found that is the easiest for me. So you go to this blank page, you open it up, do a plus symbol, these are adding. Always remember to turn it to use if you're using used. Little button there, and then scroll down to the bricks. Click the brick, 1x1, and then you go ahead and let's see what we have for black. Alright, so I just separated the 1x1s by color. That's how I do it. Here's the black right here. So I'm just going to give that a quick count. I got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15. 15 black. So you go to Brickstock, run a 1x1 brick. We're going to scroll down. It's all alphabetical order by color. We're going to go to 15. And we're not going to put a remark on it because I already have it in bin 6. And I know that because on our Bricklink page, bin 6 is where I keep that. There's 77 of them. So I'm just going to add it to the list. And as you see in the background here, there's going to be 15 black 1x1 bricks going into the system. There's no price on that. Yeah, we're going to come back and add that later. So in bin 6, I'll take the black and I'll add the parts to it, and that's pretty much how I do it. So I'm going to go through all these parts same way. If there's new parts that I don't have, I'll put remarks on them and put them away right away. And I'd say there's probably a good 300 to 400 parts here. There's a lot of the cones, so we'll see how we do at the end. So we'll be back. Okay guys, so we just finished everything. So this is everything that was on the table in Brickstock. I already highlighted it because we're going to put it to the 6-month average. Again, I usually put it to the 6-month average, and then I will take 5% off. So it ended up being a total of, I can make that out down there. Well, I don't think you can, but I'll tell you, with 839 parts, over 213 lots. So again, we're just going to click the icon here. Actually, we're going to change the price first. So price. So we set to the 6-month price guide. And then this is what I do. You don't have to, obviously, if you don't want to. I just take 5% off the price. Okay. Head up here to, we're going to add it to the Bricklink. Just thinking. So it took me probably about an hour, hour and a half, roughly, to do it. So you want to click on this one and this one, just in case I had extra parts in there I was not aware of. It'll add the remarks to the remarks that are current. We're going to verify the file. And we'll see how much work we did or how much value we did with the work. There is a part that I want to show you. So we'll scroll all the way down. And we're going to keep going through all the cones. There was a lot of cones. So it was only $47 of value. That's all there was. Over 213 lots. So not all that great. But it's in there. It's done. Sweat equity, as I heard once, which was pretty good. So I did find a part that was pretty interesting. So we're going to take a look at that. It's just this normal bar. It's a lightsaber bar, but it's a dark bluish gray. Which is right there. And the part, unless I read it wrong on the brick stock, those are all new. So we'll scroll down, find it in our inventory. Black bars and 1x30. There it is right here. $3.12 for that one part. I don't know if you can make that out. $3.12. So we're going to find out why that's so expensive. So the bars are in 1,368 sets. But the dark bluish gray, if I click on that right there, old Star Wars sets. That looks like what it's in. That's probably why it's so expensive, and maybe some of the old Harry Potter ones. So that was a good find. So when you're doing used lots like that, sometimes you will find parts that are interesting, that are rare. So in that case, that was one of them. So that little part there is about $3, which is pretty cool. So yeah, so not so bad today. $47 for bricks and bars and some cones. So overall, not too bad. Okay guys, so here's all our stack-ons. So when drawers are empty, typically what I do is sometimes I will have them sticking out a little bit. But you know, inevitably, as we're doing orders and we're pulling parts, that drawer ends up all the way back in again. I use the top of the stack-ons for cups, so there's not a lot of room up there to put the empty drawers. I've seen a lot of people do that. My tables, right now, that's all the shipping that's going out this weekend. That table over there is used for pulling parts. My couch, the last thing in my man cave, the couch, has got all the postage or the waiting for payment orders, some used. So there's not a lot of room in here to do anything with the empty drawers. So what I decided to do, I don't know how I came up with this idea, but I did. So this drawer right here, where is it? This drawer right here is empty. So I've seen some people turn the drawers around. So what I decided to do is we're going to turn it around and put a different colored sticker there. So when my son or I are parting out sets, boom, that we know that drawer is empty. So we just grab it and do it. So I'm going to take the time and go through the drawers and sticker them that are empty. And I think there's quite a few in there. That way we can utilize the entire space that we have. So just an idea. Just thought I'd share it with you real quick. Maybe it'll work for you. Maybe it won't. I don't know. But see you later. So we just finished just this this section here. And there ended up being 33 empty drawers. So now when we put sets away, we can go right to the color if we need empty drawers. Before, what I would do is I would just kind of randomly go through, see if I can find empty drawers. But now they'll stick right out with these colors. So yeah, just a quick tip, something that I think is going to be very useful to us. So it's the end of the day on Sunday, and I'm just finishing up the Bricklink orders for the day. I'm going to call it for today. I've kind of been working down here all day. Pretty good day so far. Pretty good. Month of March has been pretty good. There's all the mail going out tomorrow. So yeah, so overall pretty good. It's been a good weekend.